Good music, good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Welcome to another Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the musical repair bench here at Heid Music. I'm Adam. I'm your host for today. Do I ever introduce myself? No, I never do. I just assume people know who I am. Good morning, everyone. I feel a little off today. This week has been a little wacky. I don't know. Yesterday was never felt like a Wednesday. Tuesday felt like a Wednesday. I still don't quite feel like I know what day it is, but I'm here. We're having a good time. I got a very cool, exciting project for today. And you're here. And it's gonna be a good day. Look I got my dent tool. What's the word? Foreshadow. I got my dent tool cabinet open. You never get to see in there. Anyways, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Aaron, Anil, Justin, Michael, hello. Cameron, brother, good morning. And of course, Heid Music. Good morning, Heid Music. How are we doing? I hope everyone's doing okay today. A little rainy. So my throat is like sore this morning. I woke up with like a dry, scratchy, sore throat. I don't think I'm sick or anything, but just the dry air in the house. You know, it was so hot, the AC running. It's cooled down a bit, but I had the fan going, and I just woke up just with a dry, kind of scratchy throat. And I had a thing that's happened. Whenever my throat is sore or scratchy or dry, I have this thing that happens. And probably happens more than I like to admit, but I woke myself up with just a noise where I was just like, like I was sleeping. I just went, I was, what? It was such an old man thing to do. Oh, hey, you know, it's fine. I am getting old, so it is. Yeah, I got to get me some Osmosis Jones. Get in there. Good Lord, what was the enemy of Osmosis Jones? Was it anthrax? Osmosis Jones, was the enemy anthrax? Ebola. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought of anthrax. That's dark. Why did I think that? My mind's a little convoluted today, so Ebola. Still pretty wild. Ebola. Is that the one with Bill Murray's in it, right? And he had the zit that like popped, right? Isn't that? Because they were in the zit was a bar or something, right? Oh man, what a movie. Noodle, you made it. Good morning. Welcome. Don't worry. It's okay. Take a breath. Take a drink of whatever you're drinking. It's all right. We're cool. I feel like it's been forever. This week has been dragging on. I'm having that, the last 2 weeks, I'm having those time shifts where every day feels like a week, perhaps. But then every week feels like a month, but every month feels like a day. Like June is gone. June's done. June's gone. Sorry, June's gone. Nothing we can do about it. It just came and went. But every day in June felt like forever. But you know what doesn't feel like forever? Thursdays. They feel great, because here we are, having a great time. We were out here, live, laugh, love. That's what I always say. Getting that Red Bull. Yeah, Noodle, get that Red Bull. Blueberry, kids, coffee in hand. Good morning. Leah, hey there, Leah. How's it going? Time has no meaning currently. Yeah. So today we got some cool projects. Actually, I'm excited about today because today we have two projects, potentially two. We'll see how far we get. We're going to start with one, We'll see if we get to the other. We have 2 projects. 2 projects from you, the viewers. Yeah. People watch the stream, know of me and this, what we do, and said, hey, can you work on my horn? Can you work on my instrument? Can you do it on stream? I'm like, what? Yeah, of course. So that's pretty cool. That's exciting. That's amazing. I mean, props to marketing. I think it's those, I don't know if you've seen the recap videos we've been putting out. Those are hilarious. But I feel like I just sounded kind of conceited there because mostly it's me in those. But I mean, the editing is very funny. It's very good. Aaron, good morning. But yeah, so it's exciting. And the first one we're going to work on is a friend of mine as well. So additionally exciting. And it's a project that it's one of those where it's like, oh yeah, we'll give her a shot, see what we can do. Pretty confident we'll do well, but we're gonna just kind of see what we can do with it. So yeah, but yeah, Derry, yeah, it's pretty good, huh? Oh yeah. All right, so I guess we can stop farting around, get to it. Ah. Oh, I gotta remind y'all, we got limited time. This is limited time on this next one, okay? This next one. It's been here for a while. We have our Make Music Day sale. 15% off. 15% off. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I gotta emphasize 15% off. Some exclusions apply, but it's coming to an end very soon. Our Make Music Day sale. There's the link right there. Get out there. Get out there. You know, our Make Music Day was awesome. Ton of events. Some really, really cool music. A little warm, but you know what? We made do. It was a really cool event. They had some of the, I think, excuse me. Wow, that hurt. I mean, I had like a heartburn, and then I burped, and then it became a burp burn. No, TMI, no one needed it. And I forgot what I was talking about. Great. So far, the promo for Make Music Day sale is going great. Make Music Day sale, you'll get burp burn too. No, don't.
Oh my gosh. Don't say that. You can't say that.
Oh no. I'm sorry. It's going to be one of those days. Oh, I just made myself laugh. Anyways, there's the link. Oh, I feel like I know what the notes on this one's going to be. Excuse me, right into the mic too. Wow. I'm doing great today. Beans, oh boys. Oh, Beans, oh boys, put it on the bingo card. I gotta get working on that bingo card. Anyways, all right. Should we move on? It was cool. All that to say. Great sale going on. Should we move on? All right. Excuse me. We're gonna work on a trumpet today. Who would? Molly, stop. I'm gonna freeze my camera here because. So, it's a friend of mine. Has this trumpet and wanted to get it fixed. Here's the big problem. And you can't quite see it here. But once we bring it up to the camera, you're going to kind of start to see the issue. Whoa. Pretty crinkled. Wowzer, bowser. So what probably happened, not bad up here, but what probably happened, best guess, yes, I'm gonna go front camera for this, is someone tried to use it to hoist themselves up, push down on it, too much pressure, and then boom, crinkle. There it went. Bell bent, bell crinkled here. So we're gonna try to get that out. We're gonna see the goal. Goal is always to try our very best to reduce metal scarring on it. This is pretty bad. I don't know how much the camera or you can see, but also we're gonna do our very best because some of these, boy, there's already a crack kind of forming there. But when some of these compound multiple bends, like when they have like an S shape basically, and they start to fold in on themselves, the metal itself will crack. And when that starts to happen, well, we got to kind of talk about patching or replacement perhaps. There's different options, but on the bell, there's the inside, outside, stuff like that. So this one, we're gonna just kind of start working on it, see how far we get. There's kind of the understanding that we're just gonna experiment, see what we can do, see if it's worth it. I believe he's looking to sell this one, but we'll just kind of start on it, see what happens. Should we get to it? Yeah? Okay, cool. Gotta freeze my camera though. Stop. So let's pop on over to ye old dent area. I apologize. I'm gonna try to keep my coffee by me, some warm, nice liquid, and keep my throat going. So, just got a variety of dent tools here. I'm just gonna start by trying to push up these dents. So I got my vise, I got this block, this V block in here that holds the tool and stops it from some shifting back and forth. So, excuse me. So let's see how well we do. And let's see how much you can see. See what you can see. All right, let's see if we can get a little better. Apologize for camera movement. There we go. All right. All right, so I'm going to, so I just got a rod here. I'm not gonna be going too far up on the throat of the bell. You can tell that the bell itself is bent over, so when I push these bends, I'm gonna try to bring some of these low spots up. Then I'm gonna come from the other side and try to push them down. I'm gonna be going back and forth between the two, not doing a ton of movement all at once, because again, I wanna try to reduce scarring. I don't wanna move everything all at once. I wanna try to, get this to go slowly but effectively. But as I'm moving this, I also want the bell to shift back into its proper alignment. So as I'm pushing down on the dent, I'm also going to kind of try to push the bell back to where it needs to be. So I'm just pushing. It's not a ton of pressure. And the first couple, we're not going to see a lot of movement. Hopefully, that's the goal. Although some of these dents did move pretty well. So already some of this stuff popped up pretty good. Not a ton of pressure yet. I'll do actually just one more small pass. All I'm doing again is I'm taking the rim and I'm kind of pushing down, trying to push the rim this way because the rim is shifted. Kind of moving the whole thing. Not doing a ton of pressure at once again. Yeah, can you see right? See if I can get it on camera. See right there? We do have a crack forming. That was this small crack before, getting a little bit bigger, but we're gonna keep going just for experiment, but I'm not sure how much we're gonna wanna invest. So we'll probably just do the dent work a little bit on this. We'll get to a point, and then I'll probably contact the owner of this and kind of go from there. Not sure we're gonna wanna put a ton of work into this. One more small pass. All right, now we're going to switch tools, and we're going to go a little bit from the other side. Wrong way, Adam. You goofball. You silly goose. You've seen this tool. I think Molly's used it a couple times. It's called the Fast Eddy. Now, so you can see we have these high spots on the outside, so we're going to kind of try to bring some of those down. And then we'll go from the inside again and go back and forth a couple times until it's looking a little bit better. Kind of see down into the throat of the bell a little bit. Put this on the bell mandrel and kind of roll them out, but when you do that, the folds have a potential to fold in on themselves, the creases I mean, and then not really doing dent work, you're just folding the metal in on itself, but yeah. This is a fun one. This is fun. It's been a minute. Molly's kind of making fun of me. She's like, Adam, doing dent work? Yeah. Well, I don't. You're here, Molly. I taught you how to do dent work. And I don't get to do dent work. This one's a fun one. I gotta get these. So now the folding is kind of stretched out again, so we're going to go back and kind of push it out, and then I think I might actually go to the bell mandrel and kind of do some tapping and rolling a little bit. Those creases were pretty bad. And those cracks that were already in there. No more have formed, so that's good. Just roughing out the dents and then we'll smooth it out later. The bell looks more in alignment too now, which is good. And you can see all those, when it was crumpled, we kind of like moved the bell back out, which kind of, for lack of a better word, stretched out those. Oh yeah, that's probably bad placement. Sorry. Oh, good catch. Kind of took those where it was crunched in, the wrinkles, and spread them back out so that we can move them and spread them and take the dents out. So it's good progress. And even that I'm at a loss for words. What was this? A hole. Wow. Y'all, I apologize. Yeah, hole here. It closed back up. Let's go back through this 2 more times and see where we're sitting. You want to be careful not to kind of blow it out, it's called, like when you go too far and the metal stretches out too much. I'm trying hard not to do that. And again, on this point, I am pushing, kind of trying to get the bell to move back into the position that it was. Because how this got hurt was someone just tried to, well here, like this, right? It tried to get up like this, pushed up on it, bell crinkled in, so I'm trying to shift it back over. All right, let's go back to the Fast City. It's looking pretty good. Whoa. Fix the camera in a moment, sorry. Don't know what happened there. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna put just a little bit more pressure on it. Try to get these high spots down. Try to get this in so you can really see how it maneuvers in, how the metal moves on the inside. You can see down in there. Can you see the metal moving in there? See the ripples in the high spots? Really see the metal flexing. So it doesn't take much pressure to move the metal. Some instruments it does, this one, it doesn't. Oh, that's why. Hold on one second. Take the tuning slide out. That'll give me more room to work with. Crack is the word I was looking for. Hole is what I said. So I just randomly just yelled out, crack. I have a problem. Yeah, good. It's already looking nice. Yeah, so we got a crack there. It's coming out nicely. But we do have a second one forming. Right where those metals twist, where you see that like S, where it twists up and back, that's where it kind of pinches and cracks. So we'll see. Just for fun, I want to get that dent out. That was fun. All right, I'm gonna bring this back up. Oh, that's why. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna put it on the trumpet bell mandrel. Tap down some of those high spots a little bit, do a little rolling. See what it looks like from there. Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, a bell stand, right? Not a bell stand, a trumpet stand, horn stand. That's the kind of stuff that prevents all of this from happening. So getting a quality instrument stand to prevent these things from happening in general. My camera is just really not cooperating here. Couple high spots. I'm just going to tap on them. We could go from this side. I'm not looking to tap the dents into each other and like fold them in. It's a couple high spots I wasn't able to get out from the inside. So do a little tapping. We'll do a little more rolling on the outside. Quality trumpet stand from HeidMusic.com. we go. So I like to go back and forth pretty slow on this so we can see getting those dents in and out. And then we kind of roll it, go back in, go back out, flexing it back and forth. I want to check with him to see how far he wants to go, because again, we had this crack right here. See, that one was there before we started. And then in moving through, we had this crack right here for him. So we're going to talk through some options before we kind of finish this out. But that's the process that I use. I just kind of push in, roll out the top side, just kind of flex those creases out, making sure that going nice and slow so we don't leave too much scarring, although this was pretty bad. So as I can do any of this on camera. Whoa. Sorry, everyone. My camera stand is just terrible. There we go. And then once I got this a little bit more taken care of, I would start doing a little bit of the bell rim, take care of some more of the throat dents and stuff. But I want to talk to this customer about these cracks and see what they want to do about it. Yeah, a couple more back and forths here to get these high spots down, and then the low spots up. Make that look a little bit better. Some folks will anneal it too. I don't have the full capability of that, but that'll really help it too. But then they got to do a little bit of plating sometimes too. But yeah, dent work. It's been a while. It's nice to do this again. It's fun. You always roll before tapping, or how do you decide which process to use first? Depends on the dent and how bad it is. With bell stuff, I typically roll first. I tend to roll the inside out first, and I'll go outside in, and then try to go back and forth until it's pretty smooth, and then finish rolling out with the tool, the fast eddy, I call it. I've got a secondary one that's a little bit smaller. I'll grab that here. This one here. Look at this thing. Right here. The only thing is this is an older model, so it's got this sharp edge. So you gotta be super careful that you don't damage the instrument from the inside, but it's smaller, so you can get in deeper into the instrument and do some rolling and some dent work that way. I use that a lot, but whenever I use any fast rolling tool like this, I'm always making sure that I keep my finger on the inside between the edge of the roller and the instrument so that it doesn't damage it. Just to be safe. Yeah, from here we could put it on the mandrel and get a roller out. We can get a bell roller like this. Let's see, like this one. Gonna roll her out and just roll it to the mandrel like this. That'll get all the dents out, but I'd go back and forth a couple more times. A lot more finish work, but again, before I put a lot more work into this, I'm gonna talk to the customer, see what their plans are, how much they want to put into it. Because with the two cracks, that kind of changes the situation. And we discussed this before going in. We're just going to kind of see where we're at, start the project, see if cracks form, and then talk from there. So that was the plan on this anyways. So I think we're going to stop at this point. But already we can see the bell. I mean, we got the bell flares a little bit out of whack from the damage, but that crinkle there is coming out pretty okay. Still got a lot of work to do, but again, I got to see what the customer wants to do with this. So we'll see. So I'm going to pause it there. I want to keep going, but I'm going to pause it there. Control. All right. But the good news is we have a second instrument that we have. So, oh, it's over here though, so let me go grab that. 1 second. Here it is. Is there anything as an unfixable dent? Here it is. You know, I just had a conversation with Marty yesterday, kind of about this. And the answer is no. We can kind of do just about anything. It depends on how much you're willing to invest in the instrument, because we can do just about anything. It's just a matter of time, money, investment, all that kind of stuff. Because a lot of this, like an option for this trumpet, a legit option, is we can just replace the bell. You get a new bell for it. It's not a terrible cost. You take the old one off, put a new one on. So, yeah. And again, we can. One thing that you can do with that is you anneal the metal, you heat it up, and then you can really get the dents out and kind of reform the metal on the bell mander. Then you buff it really well and replate it as needed. This small shop doesn't quite have that capability. I'm sure we could do that at one of our other shops, but although replating the bell, probably not. Send it out though. But yeah, I mean, all those kind of bigger jobs, we absolutely, 100%, yep. It's just a matter of cost and then it's value of the instrument too. But a big thing that we consider is sentimental value. I mean, if it's a family member's instrument that's been in the family for a really long time, that means something to a lot of people. And we're more than happy to help accommodate. If you want to keep that instrument going and playing, we're happy to help. We can do that. Might cost a little bit more because it's older and things wear out, and we got to do special things to make it continue to play. But there's also things like display setup, where we're setting it up in a specific way for display, that we're not looking for it to play, but we're just looking for it to be out and visible and still be a part of the family, as it were, just not quite as functioning. So yeah, it's a really good question, and it's the timing on that's really interesting. So I was just talking to Marty about it, because we had some instruments come through that really cool, interesting projects. And Marty is our pro brass tech in Appleton, at our Appleton location on College Avenue. And one of the things he's working on is he has a normal 3-valve Yamaha euphonium, and he's converting it to a left-handed for a student that needs that accommodation in a school. So that's really, really cool that he's doing that. Yeah. Yeah, so he's basically got to take the valve cluster, turn it around, take the ports, create new ferrules, and do a ton of stuff. Yeah. And he's documenting it, so once the project's finished, we'll see it happen. Yeah, a little bit of a pause right now because we're super busy, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. He's got I saw it yesterday, he's got it mostly kind of set up for the most part, and I held it. I'm like, this feels just strange because all of them are set up a very specific way for right-handed, but yeah, it's gonna be a really cool project, Cameron. Yeah. Aaron, they're not common. I mean, it's not a small project by any means. It's taking a euphonium that's out there and basically making it a separate new kind of euphonium. And it's an accessibility thing for the student, so it's really, really cool. Yeah. But yeah, this trumpet, this one here, yeah. So yeah, those dents didn't quite come out the way I was hoping. Maybe talk to the customer. I might reach out to, I'll talk to Marty about some of those dents too. Might be a little rusty. See what he wants to do some patching maybe. Some of those cracks in it were there. It was fun to do a little dent work, but this next one is also someone, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I had someone reach out to me on Facebook hey, I saw one of your repair videos, referring to one of the recap videos that were out there, and they're like, hey, do you fix flutes? I'm like, let me show you the almost half of the flutes in the company that are at my store, school customer wise at least. So this next one, this is someone reached out via the stream, which I don't know, I just think it's really cool. It's a really neat thing that happened. Got repairs. But before we get started on this, Molly, is it time?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? Are you good? For everyone's favorite segment? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Hello. Hopefully this is fine. Today, sorry if I sound a little funny. I'm kind of losing my voice a bit, but it's fine. Yeah, the scratchy throat thing is going around. I'm kind of losing my voice, but I'll try to be as clear as I can. So today I'm going to kind of talk about stuck slides and a different water key. So first, this trumpet had a stuck tuning slide that I was just able to get out yesterday. And you can kind of see how bad, like how dirty that is. And kind of our process for that is when it's really stuck in there, we will use a corrosion cracker and basically try to put it down the slide and heat it up. And it will help break down the gunk, the gunk and any crap that's in there to loosen it. The corrosion. To loosen it. And then we can take a hammer and tap it out. And usually they'll have braces on the tuning slide, but if they don't, we have these special plastic that when we put it in hot water, we can mold to fit the tuning slide, so that then we can put a hammer in there and tap it out and get that out of there. And I've got two other trumpets here. You can kind of see them. This one, and then there's one behind it where this one has two stuck slides and that one has a couple of stuck slides too that I've been working on for probably a couple weeks now, and they are still pretty stuck. But that's kind of the process of putting the corrosion cracker, heating it up, tapping it, doesn't come out, putting more corrosion cracker, heating it up, waiting a few hours, going back, checking it, and just every once in a while after I've done a few instruments, I'll check it, see if it's loose, see if it needs more corrosion cracker, and just trying to get those unstuck best we can without damaging the instrument. So yeah, that's kind of our process for stuck slides, and it's not just tuning slides, it's not just trumpets. Like Adam had said before, he helped me get out some stuck tuba slides, which didn't need corrosion cracker, luckily. But stuck slides are fun. Now I'm going to show you guys this water key. What is it called? Amato. It's called an Amato water key.
What's Amato with you?
I'm so glad they can't hear you. Adam made a joke, but hello, Brother Cole. He never watches these things. So the cool thing, so this is a Amato water key, and it's very different from a normal water key. So you can kind of see here. So this is a normal water key, and then this is an Amato water key. And I'm going to show you how I take it apart, because it's very fun. And you kind of have to be careful, because what you're doing is you're taking the C-clip off, and if you're not careful, it'll pop up, and it's small, so you can lose it very easily. Some people call it the Jesus clip because it pops up in your face and you go, oh, Jesus. So yes. That's what you said to me. I literally.
Another joke. Yeah.
So I take my little poker, and I kind of just put my thumb over one side of the C-clip and then carefully unclip the other side, and then it doesn't fly out. And I got it out. Here's the little C-clip. I don't know if anyone can see it. It's very small. It's super small. And then it basically just has 4 parts. It has sort of a plate, a spring in there, and then it has the actual kind of hole thing that goes in there that keeps the condensation from coming out, and then you can push it to get all the condensation out. And so, yeah, there's just little pieces here. The C-clip kind of has, it's very hard to pick up on my little mat here. I'm gonna get my tweezers. It is very small, very easy to lose. We have a bunch of extras just because it's so easy to lose. And so yeah, that's how you take it off, and then putting it back on is similar. You just put everything back in order, and then I will take the C-clip and kind of angle it under the little lip. That's what it's called, the little lip here, and then take my poker and take the other side and get it under the lip, and then it works, and it's nice and good. And I, knock on wood, have never lost a C-clip. I think one of the first times Adam showed me how to take apart a C-clip, he lost one. So I always like to tell him that I've never lost a C-clip.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring! That's enough of that. That's enough of you just ripping into me. Dings in the chat. Molly hasn't lost a C-clip. That's claim to fame. Ah! I don't remember who told me. I think that's a pretty good joke, but hey. So, cool. Yeah, so Molly's got, the stuck slide thing. There's other things that we can do to get them out. Usually try to wait, a week or two of the heating and corrosion cracker and things, but you can unsolder one end and kind of pull it through. It's a little bit more work, and we don't want to damage the lacquer or do anything like that. But usually within a week or two it comes out. But these are getting close. It's probably going to be time to unsolder some stuff and get the slides out and get them done. But a little bit of patience, a little bit of go get 'em attitude, and they get done. So nothing. What's the motto with you? I have a story. Story time. It's related to my awesome joke, my really, really funny joke. So my son, I told you this, didn't I?
That you have a son? Yes.
Yeah, okay, Molly. My son is in summer school and started this week. Yeah, this week, I think, yeah. But there's the morning is academic, and then there's special stuff that you can do at the second half of the day. And one of them was musical, and he's kind of wishy-washy about it. And we're like, hey, I think you should really do it. It's be some fun. And he's always saying he wants to be an on-stage actor. I think after seeing The Greatest Showman, I think is what got him to do that. But so he's okay. Yeah, I'll sign up for the musical. He is going into 3rd grade, so he's 8 years old. First time really doing anything like this. So he goes, and it's Monday. Finds out the musical is The Lion King. Comes home, he's all excited. I want to be one of the hyenas, like one of the main hyenas. He's like, I don't want to be a main role. I want to be a main, like the hyenas has a little bit more roles or lines, right? He's really excited. Comes back Tuesday and he says, I got my part. I'm young Simba. Young Simba. Like, you know, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Wasn't he the voice of young Simba? JTT, do you even know who that is? Am I wrong in that? Yeah, my wife's a chat. We're just like, really? Did you audition or like what happened? Like not. He's a really, really good singer, way better than me. He just can't wait to be king. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's very exciting. I think, I'm really excited for that musical. He's never done like lines before or anything like that. So, do you not know who JTT is? Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
I know the name.
Did I say the name wrong? Am I?
The name sounds familiar.
Okay. Well, talk to the hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's very exciting. I'll share the link for tickets. We can all go see. Just kidding. But he's a star. This is it. I'm set. He's gonna be a star. Gonna make $1 million a day, and I won't have to worry about anything anymore. So that's gonna be great. Anyways, it's, you know, what's a motto with you? Get it? Hakuna Matata? What's a motto? Nothing. What's a motto with you? A motto water key? Do you get it, Molly?
I get it.
Okay. Anyways. All right. Enough of that. So, let's, what a wonderful phrase. Okay. This is a flute that, this was that person, they messaged me on Facebook after seeing one of the awesome recap videos. And I said, hey, you work on instruments? Like, my daughter's flute. They're going into 6th grade. It's actually a flute case, yeah. Nice, wow. I'm just getting razzed today. Boom, it's a flute. So they messaged and said, hey, my daughter's going into 6th grade. Do you work on flutes? Of course. Saw the stream, you know, all that kind of stuff. You work on it. So this came from the stream. I'm excited about it, but I thought it'd be cool to actually work on it on stream. So let's do that. I don't remember what's wrong with it, but let's take a look together as a family. I do know I got to glue this case. That was one thing. All right, it's that flute. It's that flute. Oh, well, here's one thing. Here we go. See the edge of that? Whoa, that is crunchy. Wowzer. We'll get that fixed now. Fit that. That's tight. Yeah, so tenon fit, head joint. Tenon fit on the lower joint, and then we'll clean it. So those are some things. And there are some pads that need to be replaced. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. But let's put a leak light down it, or let's take a look. Oh, yeah. So we could take a look here. Let my camera follow me here. I was hoping we can get a nice view. So with the light on, it's ceiling for the most part. If my camera could focus, we'd see that it is, the pad itself is ceiling. Okay? It's a little hard to see with all the lights, but I promise you it's ceiling. But the issue, I'm going to take the light out, focus in here, is hopefully you can see that the top layer of skin on the pad has started fraying and is coming off. So yeah, we're not really getting a good focus. A little bit there. Sorry, you can't really tell. But the skin is fraying off and it's not effective anymore. So that pad needs to be replaced. So that's one thing to really look out for, that it's almost deceptive when you see, if you put a leak light down, that's not the only thing you need to look for. You need to see the condition of the pad, and even though it looks like it's sealing, but you see that the pad skin is fraying and there's a double layer there, and well, I don't even have all my stuff out. Wild beans. So we're going to replace that pad. That's one of them. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Got another second. I want to do a tool time. Tool time with Adam. Tool time. It's time for tools. So a week or two ago, I talked about buying the Music Medic screwdrivers. I've had them for a while now, and I thought I'd just talk about them because I've had them for a while. And I really like them a lot. I like them a lot. So I've had this one here, this with the silver top, for quite a while, because this is a prototype that I had bought with from our, there's a national convention for repair techs called NAPERT, and they had a prototype there. I bought 2 of them, and I love them. The blades had a little bit of an issue. We kind of went back for it, but they're holding up really well. So I had this one and another one for a really long time, but then I bought a couple more, and they're great. They're holding up great. They feel really good in my hands. I have two criticisms, 2 constructive criticisms. One is very personal, so I don't think you can take it with any grain of salt, or take it with a grain of salt. Wow, guys, my brain is just not working at all. So they have 2 handle models. They have the normal size here, which is great. Fits right in my big, silly ham hands perfectly. Then they have called the Shorty, which is essentially the same size of this, just a little bit shorter, so you can tell, for like the smaller screwdrivers, blades, and things like that. I got one of these, and they do have this smaller blade. It's a little too short. It just a little too much. I didn't like the way it felt. I feel like I couldn't really use it. Naturally, my fingers lay like it's a little too far above. So wasn't a big fan of this, just because just a little too small for my hands. So I ended up getting another standard handle for my shorter blade, and I'm really, really happy with it. But that is very, very personal preference. I still think it's a nice screwdriver handle. That being said, the one thing that I do think is kind of a bummer, the screwdriver blades are holding up really well. Had some issues in the long ago when they were doing prototype stuff, but these ones are really, really working well. But one size, what is this? It's the 0.102, 2.6. So this, I'm not even gonna attempt to show you the tip of this, but I would consider the width of this screwdriver blade to be perfect for saxophones. Screws, pivot screws, most hinge rods. But unfortunately, the thickness of the tip of it is just too thick. It doesn't fit most slots on the hinge rods and pivot screws. So that's kind of a bummer. I've taken a file to it to bring it down a little bit, which I didn't really want to do because I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of the blade, but that's helped a little bit. But that was a little disappointing, so I went down to the next size down for most of my saxophone stuff, which has been just fine, but that's a little disappointing. But other than that, loving them. I got a full set. I'm a loser. I got a set of 5 right there. I think I got all the screwdriver blade sizes. I use them all, and they work really well. They just take the hand fatigue away, and it just, it's an investment for sure. The cost of them is not small, but you are investing in your hand health if you are a tech. And, you know, I do think you only have X amount of turns of a screwdriver in your life. So if you can prolong that a little bit, it's worth the investment. So anyways, that's my tool time. Tool time with Adam. Tool time. It's done. Back to your regularly scheduled program. All right. Let's take this pad out. Oh. All right. By the way, this is episode 23. Isn't that? No, 26 is half a year. So we're 3 away from half a year of consistent streams. That's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to remove these pads as I take it apart, so I know which ones I'm going to replace. The Michael Jordan episode? Chris, hello, good morning. What does that mean? All right. The only thing I can think of is like number 23. Oh, gotcha. That's funny. I thought you meant like, do you remember, Molly, you're going to get this. Do you know if I say Michael Jordan in his flu game? You know his flu game? You don't know any? No? Okay. Well, Michael Jordan. Do you know Michael Jordan? Okay. Famous basketball player. One of his more impressive games ever, he had the flu. So it's like this thing where it's like, oh, the Michael Jordan flu game. Just he was sick, but he just dominated. I thought that's what you meant for some reason, Chris. Because my throat's a little scratchy and my brain doesn't work today. All right. Yeah. Yeah. How would I do it all? Do you think the opposing team, yeah, Aaron, do you think they got mad that they got the flu for him and lost? Y'all just really grumpy about it? The thing about these two, I don't know if you heard this, but can you hear that? They're kind of like a little click, a grind. Interesting sound. Better than the squeak. I got these. That doesn't squeak as much. Let's try these. No. Seth was razzing me about my old screwdriver squeaking too much. I think I have the fanciest screwdrivers now. All right, I'm gonna do a full disassemble of this, just so I can really well, I gotta get those off anyways, so I might as well just kind of take it all apart. Screwdriver ASMR, yeah, right. There we go. Nice. Oh, hello, Jinx and Hale. Hello, welcome. Yeah, so these pads, again, deceptively, they look pretty good, but you look closer and we're missing a layer. There's the first layer of the pad skin starting to fray. So a good chunk of these need to be replaced, which is fine. That's all well within the estimate here. But it's just something to be aware of. Sometimes it looks good, but those little things to look out for, little things to know, be aware of. Talking 90s. 90s was mostly. You guys remember the cup? You know what I'm talking about. The styrofoam cup from the 90s. The Splash. Wasn't it like jazz? You know what I'm talking about? The teal and purple and white. It was on every mall booth and carpet. What was that called? Rip. I wish I had dice with that. The jazz is on, yeah. I want to win. You guys remember? You guys remember windsuits? Molly, look into the camera the way you just looked at me. I asked if you know what a windsuit was. You don't know what a windsuit is? Oh no. Oh no. Am I saying it wrong? I'm a bit foggy today, so I mean, my mind isn't quite working right, but yeah, a windsuit, right? Yeah, okay, look at it. Windbreaker? Well, that's like the jacket, but like the full.
I know what a windbreaker is, but a windsuit?
Am I wrong? Matt, do you know what I'm talking about?
Matching wind pants, windbreaker, pattern.
Yeah, windsuit.
So wind pants and windbreaker.
Yeah, okay, so you do know what that is, okay.
Well, it could be defeated by the wind.
Windbreaker. Okay, so I wasn't quite right. Listen.
I know what a windbreaker is.
Okay. I'm sorry. Listen, I have a medical excuse for not thinking correctly today. Yes, my medicine makes me think weird. We called it windsuit where I came from. Okay. Aaron's calling it a windsuit. You at least know what I'm talking about. God. I remember I had these black wind pants, and I just couldn't not wear them. I just loved them. I don't know why. I was in like 4th grade maybe. You know, peak of my fashion. My mom hated them. To the point where she's like, I'll buy you a Packers jersey, like a legit one, if you throw those wind pants away. I took the deal. But the first day I got my jersey, I'm like, well, it's the last day, so I'm wearing my wind pants with my jersey. So I had a nice Packers jersey with black wind pants. Okay, I'm wrong. I said it wrong, chat. I'm sorry. It's a tracksuit. It's a windbreaker and wind pants. It's not a windsuit. I'm wrong. I'm big enough to defeat. To defeat? Oh my gosh. To admit defeat and tell you that I made a mistake. I'm allowed one mistake a year. Molly, quiet. All right. Well, a tracksuit's like sweatpants material, cloth, or silky. Not the awesome impenetrable windbreaker material. All right, so we're going to replace these pads for sure. So let's take these out. We're going to replace these two pads. And the rest of these, are we fighting? These look good, that looks good, that looks good. That's good. Good there. And we'll replace this one just for fun. Okay. The loudest fight ever. Okay, so these pads we're replacing. All right. So again, with these ones here, on a flute, typically there's 3 pads that are glued in. The rest of these are shimmed in and held in with snaps in this one. But we're going to take the glued in pads off first. So we're going to just, oh, well, that just came right out, so that's great. Cool. See if we can get this one. Again, we're going to put little pokey in there, okay? And then a little backwards pressure, heat up the back of the cup, pop right out. Here's a good example. So I want to show this. So that you've seen me use that technique that I use where I stick the poker into the pad, stab it in, and then put backwards pressure, heat up the back. The glue heats up just enough and it pops right out. This other one just came out, it just popped out because the glue was old. And I want to show you the difference that the glue left over in the cup, which on this side, on my right, this side of the screen, is, oh, look at that. Look at the camera in the upper left. Look, it's opposite. That's funny. At least it is to me. Look at the difference. So you can see the one where I heat it up with the backwards pressure, pops out, takes almost all the glue with it. And then the other one, all that glue's left in, so I got all that cleanup to do. Interesting. It's little things like that help with efficiency. But we're still going to clean it up, still going to get it out of there. Can't just leave it. Oh no, I'm out of Q-tips. Wah. Okay. There we go. All right, so there's that, and there's this. All right, so we're going to take these 2 pads out, these 3 pads out, and then I'm going to replace some corks too. Some of these corks are pretty nasty. And again, this instrument is brought to us by a viewer like you. So we're going the extra mile. Which is to say what we do on every instrument, because here at Heid Music, we just do a good job all the time. We're going to bring the gorp. I missed a section of this conversation. I don't know what's happening, but bring on the gorp. First time watching and watching someone fix. Hey, thanks. Yeah, thank you for showing up. Here every Thursday, 8:30 to 10. Rain or shine. Almost to the half-year mark. How neat is that? All right. Oh no, where did it? Oh, I didn't do it. There we go. Cool. I was going to replace this pad here. Not pad, cork. Wow. It's getting to me. Maybe I just need more coffee. If you're feeling down and kind of blue, drink more coffee, that'll do. I don't know where that came from. All right. And with that, check these other corks. Looking pretty good. I'm going to replace that cork too. That's good. No, that's not good. Replace that cork too. Let's see, these ones. Those are okay. That one's okay. All right. Do some cork work, y'all. There is I'm trying to be cognizant of it. I keep forgetting though. Just over there in the store, there's some sort of orchestra training. And I keep forgetting. And I keep saying things like, if you're feeling down and kind of blue, drink some coffee, that'll do. Maybe a little too loud. So I'm just kind of curious how they're reacting to that in this training that they have there. So that's kind of fun and exciting. It really adds an element to our stream today. Probably like, what do they got going on over there? Oh, it's just Adam and his little stream he does. Likes to yell at Molly a lot. That, do that. And we'll do that. Yeah, Aaron, I'm not gonna lie, the whole windsuit thing, when I was kind of yelling about all that, I forgot that they were over there, so I was screaming about windsuits and being wrong about that, and they were just having a very professional development. Whoops. I'm sure that'll be in the notes for this one. How long have I been fixing? No, I don't mind you asking at all. I've been fixing for a while. I started repair school in 2012. 13 years ago. That was 13 years ago. I've been with Heid Music since, this is my third year here. Second year? I'm going into my third? Something like that. Yeah. 13 years. So I'm putting cork on. I'm just painting on the cork glue on these feet. What else did I do? Are those the only two? That can't be right. Nope, this one too. There we go. Yes, that was it. Oh, hi, Joe. Thanks. How long have I been correctly fixing instrument, Joe says. I went to school with Joe, so he's here to razz me. Razzmatazz here. Correctly fixing instruments for about 2 minutes. My favorite instrument to repair. Percussion is my first answer. I like working on percussion, but I do like working on saxophones too. And I'm forced to work on flutes a lot. Cause I love them. So much. So I let that glue dry a little bit, and I've got my cork here, and I've pre-painted a little bit. The glue. Put that in there. My shelf that you can't see. Keep forgetting that. All right. go. So I take my blade and I just trim off the excess. I like to put a little bevel on it. Now this one I'm going to redo because I was impatient. I didn't let the glue dry. And I noticed that the cork itself moved a little bit. Which means the glue didn't set enough. And that'll just fall off later. And I don't want that to happen. So we're going to redo that one quickly. Probably just had a little too thick a glue on there so it didn't dry as fast as everything else. Percussion is 5/4. That's really good. That's really, really good. Also, Joe, that was really nice. Thank you. I needed to hear that today. I appreciate you, Joe. Joe's also a fantastic tech, and I go to him for questions. All right, this time, Cameron, are you gonna put that joke in the pocket? Drums in the pocket. Anyways. All right. Kind of bringing it down as we come to the end of the stream. I'm not gonna lie, once I realized that there's a meeting over there, I really had to channel Bob Ross. I feel really, really bad about being so loud and rambunctious for so long. So we're gonna kind of Bob Ross it out here. Go Bob Ross mode. Just kind of quietly chat through what we're doing. So we just come to the end of our stream. Joe, yeah. Questions, my responses to you are just usually lowercase. Oh, okay. Trimming up the last of this cork, and we're going to put some pads in. Some pads in. I'm going to put some pads in. That's better. So before, again, this cork was moving because the glue didn't adhere, and that would have just fell right off. Caused all sorts of problems. Excuse me. Can't have that. So we fixed it. Got it right. All right. What kind of torch am I using? I'm using the, I don't know what kind of heat you use. We're gonna get into some real nerd talk right now, folks, because as techs, we like to talk about things like what kind of fire do you use? What kind of light do you use? What kind of cloth do you use to clean things? What kind of glue do you use? It's like, well, aren't they all just sort of the same? No, it's all very different. But I use the Blazer torch, the micro torch. They last a pretty long time. I got this new one mainly because the old one is starting to kind of go on me, but these last for a really, really long time. Butane. Yeah, I mean, I use it every day. The clicker lasts for a really long time. Get them from free, I think, but yeah, Blazer. The ES1000. Hashtag not sponsored. Tip though, butane refills, did find them cheaper on Amazon. All right, speaking of this torch, we're gonna use it right now because we're gonna heat up our glue here, and then we're gonna paint it on the back of our pad and put it in the cup. Heat up the glue and paint it on. There we go. I always do that off stream. Half a year in, I still don't know how to stream. Oh, I don't know, I used the wrong ding size of pad. Come back out of there. Man, yo, my brain is just really not thinking correctly today. That's right. More coffee. Yeah, I think these are worth the investment, Joe, for sure. These last me quite a long time. Molly here uses them in well. Is that the one you're still using?
Yeah.
So you, yeah, so the one Molly's using, she's had for almost 2 years. Michael, thanks for hanging out, man. Thank you. Appreciate you stepping by, joining in, hanging out. All right, so I paint on that glue. I heat up the cup, pressing the pad. Do a little twist. Twist. There we go. Yeah, so we got these other pads that we're gonna put in, shim up, get going, but for the most part, that's gonna be it. I wanna say thank you to the two folks who perhaps are watching, I don't know, perhaps we'll watch later, who let us work on their instruments on stream. It's pretty cool. Hopefully more folks will wanna bring their stuff in and let us work on it. It's a really cool thing. That's neat. Very neat. But yeah, that's it for today. Next week. Next week's the 3rd, the day before the 4th of July. Wow. Maybe we'll do fireworks. Light them off. Maybe I'll get like firework overlays and just sprinklers. You know those pop things? You throw them on the ground, they pop. Yeah. They don't actually do anything, they just pop. Kids love those. What a mess.
Ever stepped on one of those when they pop? Like they didn't pop and then you step on them
Oh,
with
yeah.
your bare feet? That
Scare you for one. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much for joining. New folks, thanks for coming in. And hopefully we'll see you next week, next Thursday, Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the repair bench here at Heid Music. Next week we'll use sprinklers, sparklers. You typed sprinkler there. Did you type sprinkler? Yeah, you messed me up on that one. That's not my fault. It is my fault. I said sprinkler though. But use sparklers instead of torch. That would be kind of terrible, actually. Now I think about it, that would damage so much. Yeah, instead of a torch, that'd be fun. But hey, we'll use firecrackers instead of a torch. No, we're not doing any of that. We're just gonna have a nice, normal, chill stream. No weirdness, no things where I say things weird or say things wrong. But anyways, thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next week on Behind the Bench. And as always, keep her going and keep her good. Bye.
Let's help you find your melody at Heid Music.